For more than 100 years, one particular caliber earned the notorious reputation of being America's deadliest bullet. It was ubiquitous, inexpensive, and accessible, responsible for more firearm-related fatalities than any other round. However, that era has come to an end. Another caliber has risen to supremacy, taking its place as the dominant force in both lethal and non-lethal shootings across the country. In this video, we'll examine how the .22 long rifle lost its long-standing position as the most lethal caliber, why another round has overtaken it, and what these shifts tell us about gun violence and modern firearms culture in the United States. We'll dive into the historical reasons behind the .22 LR's popularity, the reasons criminals are now opting for this new caliber, and the eye-opening statistics that solidify its rise in homicides nationwide. Get ready for an in-depth exploration into why this small, powerful bullet is now the top choice for both criminals and law-abiding citizens alike. If you've ever been curious about gun trends in the US, this video is one you won't want to miss. Let's take a step back in time. In the late 1800s, the .22 long rifle cartridge was introduced as a revolutionary innovation in ammunition, changing the world of small-caliber firearms forever. Developed in 1887 by the J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company, the .22 LR was designed to fill a critical void in the market. At that time, shooters needed a round that provided more versatility than the existing .22 short and .22 long, both of which lacked sufficient range and stopping power. Small game hunters, marksmen, and recreational shooters were looking for a round that offered better accuracy and effectiveness while still being affordable and easy to use. The .22 LR brought together the best characteristics of its predecessors, combining the casing of the .22 long with a 40-grain bullet, leading to a significant boost in performance. Unlike the .22 long, which typically had a muzzle velocity of around 1,038 feet per second, the .22 LR pushed this figure up to approximately 1,200 feet per second with standard loads. This increased velocity not only improved its effective range, but also allowed for better energy transfer upon impact, making it more suitable for hunting. Its flatter trajectory also made it a popular choice for target shooters who needed precision over longer distances. By addressing the limitations of previous .22 caliber rimfire cartridges, the .22 LR quickly became the preferred round for those seeking a reliable and cost-effective option with excellent performance. The development of the .22 LR was not simply a technical improvement, but a direct response to the practical needs of the time, earning it a permanent place in firearm history. Its low recoil and relatively quiet report made it a great option for recreational shooting, small game hunting, and pest control. This versatility led to its widespread use, quickly making the .22 LR a household name, favored by both beginners and experienced shooters alike. A key reason for the .22 LR's dominance in American gun culture was its affordability. The small size of the round meant it required less raw material to produce compared to larger calibers, and its straightforward design made manufacturing efficient. These factors allowed ammo manufacturers to produce it in large quantities, driving down the cost. As a result, it became an attractive choice for budget-conscious gun owners. When paired with the low maintenance costs of .22 LR firearms, this made the caliber widely accessible to people from all walks of life: farmers, hunters, casual hobbyists, and young shooters alike. As demand grew, a wide variety of firearms chambered in .22 LR hit the market, ranging from inexpensive rifles to high-end target pistols. This widespread availability meant that nearly every gun owner had at least one .22 LR firearm, cementing its status as the most common household caliber for decades. However, during the mid-20th century, especially from the 1960s to the 1990s, the .22 LR gained a notorious reputation. A significant factor in this was the popularity of cheap, easily concealable handguns, known as Saturday Night Specials. Many of these firearms were chambered in .22 LR, and their low cost, simplicity, and disposable nature made them especially popular among criminals. The term Saturday Night Special became synonymous with inexpensive handguns used in street-level crimes, further cementing the .22 LR's association with illicit activity. The widespread use of the .22 LR in gun-related deaths during this period can be attributed to several factors. Its accessibility meant that it was often the weapon of choice in both accidental and intentional shootings. Its ease of use and minimal recoil made it an attractive option for people with little to no firearms training, while its affordability made it especially appealing for those seeking cost-effective self-defense or, unfortunately, involvement in criminal activity. Despite its small size and relatively low power compared to larger calibers, the .22 LR accounted for a significant portion of gun-related fatalities during this time. However, as the 21st century dawned, shifts in firearm technology, consumer preferences, and criminal behavior began to erode the .22 LR's long-standing dominance. A new caliber began to emerge, offering greater power, higher magazine capacities, and superior firearm designs. This transformation set the stage for a significant change in the landscape of both legal and illegal gun use across the United States. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, the 9mm caliber had begun to rise in prominence, reshaping firearm use in both the legal and criminal spheres. This change was not just a passing trend, but a pivotal moment driven by advancements in bullet technology, evolving firearm designs, and shifting preferences from both law enforcement and civilians. The catalyst for this change can be traced back to the 1986 Miami-Dade shootout, which revealed the inadequacies of the 9mm ammunition carried by FBI agents at the time. In response, the FBI initially adopted the 10mm auto as a more powerful round, but the recoil and large frame of the 10mm proved difficult for many agents to handle. This led to the creation of the .40 Smith & Wesson, a round that balanced power with controllability. By 2015, further advancements in bullet technology had addressed the previous shortcomings of the 9mm, with modern ammunition featuring improved hollow point designs that expanded reliably on impact while maintaining most of their original weight. These enhancements boosted both penetration and stopping power. As a result, the FBI re-evaluated their choice and ultimately re-adopted the 9mm as their standard issue caliber. The advantages of the 9mm included higher magazine capacities, reduced recoil, and improved accuracy, making it a more suitable option for agents. Additionally, the introduction of more compact and concealable handguns further increased the 9mm's appeal to both law enforcement and civilians. These advancements in ammunition and firearm design solidified the 9mm's position as the dominant caliber in the U.S., shaping trends in both legal firearm ownership and criminal usage. This marked a clear turning point in the history of handgun calibers, with the 9mm emerging as the preferred choice for many, and it's easy to understand why. Advancements in the development of polymer-framed, striker-fired handguns have given rise to a new generation of smaller, more concealable micro-compact 9mm pistols, such as the SIG P365 and Springfield Hellcat. These compact firearms offer the stopping power of larger guns while maintaining a reduced size. making them ideal for those who prioritize discretion. Compared to older revolvers and most semi-autos chambered in 22 LR, these micro-compacts have larger magazine capacities, meaning fewer reloads in high-stress situations. This combination of firepower and compactness has made them particularly effective for self-defense, law enforcement, and unfortunately, even criminals. The 9mm cartridge has solidified its place in the firearms world thanks to its balance of manageable recoil and adequate stopping power, making it a reliable choice for various applications, from personal defense to professional use. When comparing the 9mm to the 22 LR, the differences in ballistic performance are striking. A standard 9mm round with a 124-grain bullet fired from a 4-inch barrel achieves a muzzle velocity of around 1,150 feet per second and produces approximately 364 foot-pounds of energy. In contrast, a 22 LR round with its 40-grain bullet fired from a similar barrel reaches a muzzle velocity of approximately 1,200 feet per second, but only generates 128 foot-pounds of energy. This considerable difference in energy highlights the 9mm's superior stopping power, particularly in high-stakes situations. At close distances, often referred to as bad breath ranges, typically 3 to 7 feet, the 9mm retains most of its energy, delivering up to 350 foot-pounds, while the 22 LR remains at around 120 foot-pounds. While the 22 LR can still inflict harm, its lack of sufficient energy and stopping power makes it less reliable in incapacitating a threat swiftly. The 9mm's larger bullet diameter also contributes to its superior wound potential, creating a larger wound channel. For example, a 9mm wadcutter can cause a blood loss rate of about 74.2 milliliters per minute, thanks to the 0.35-inch wound it creates. In comparison, a 22 LR wadcutter only creates a 22-inch wound, leading to a blood loss rate of 28.5 milliliters per minute. This makes the 9mm over 2.6 times more effective in terms of blood loss, further emphasizing its advantage when every second counts. The statistics paint a clear picture of the 9mm's dominance. Since 2011, approximately 45% of firearms used in crimes have been chambered in 9mm. In major cities such as Boston, New York, and Kansas City, 9mm handguns account for up to 70% of homicides. In contrast, the 40 East and doubling accounts for 10%, while the once dominant 22 LR now makes up just 7%, and the 45 ACP follows even further behind. These figures show the overwhelming preference for the 9mm, outpacing its competitors by a significant margin. This trend is not just about numbers. The 9mm's versatility has made it a preferred choice for both lethal and non-lethal incidents. Its ease of use, manageable recoil, and high magazine capacity make it a favorite among criminals and law-abiding citizens alike, especially for self-defense. Law enforcement agencies also rely heavily on the 9mm for its balance of performance, capacity, and reliability during critical situations. Modern innovations in handgun design have also contributed to this transformation. Manufacturers have engineered lightweight, compact frames that offer ease of concealability without compromising on performance. These compact models not only improve portability, but also enhance reliability and accuracy, making them appealing to a wide range of users. Furthermore, the rise in magazine capacities means users can fire more rounds before needing to reload, further increasing the effectiveness of the 9mm in various real-world scenarios. Cultural and practical shifts have played a significant role in propelling the 9mm dominance in recent years. The increasing number of states implementing concealed carry laws has led many civilians to seek firearms that offer both effectiveness and ease of concealment. The 9mm, with its combination of adequate power and manageable recoil, has quickly become a go-to choice for individuals who prioritize discretion. At the same time, the accessibility and wide availability of 9mm firearms have made it the caliber of choice for criminals as well, who value its balance of concealability and firepower. These factors, combined with its modern design and the cultural shift toward broader gun ownership, have made the 9mm the deadliest caliber in America today. Its advantages, ranging from superior performance to widespread availability, have solidified its place at the forefront of firearm preferences. As we take a deeper look into the numbers, we'll uncover just how far-reaching the 9mm's impact has been on gun-related incidents across the country. The rise of the 9mm has not only shifted firearm trends, but has changed the dynamics of firearm-related crimes and self-defense as well. For over a century, the .22 LR was the reigning caliber, prized for its affordability, ease of use, and versatility. But with technological advances and shifting preferences, the 9mm has surpassed it, offering better stopping power, easier handling, and a more modern firearm design. The 9mm's rise to prominence reflects the evolving landscape of American gun culture, as law enforcement and civilians alike adopt this caliber for a range of purposes. Its effectiveness and efficiency have become undeniable. Whether for legal self-defense or, unfortunately, criminal activity, the 9mm has become the dominant choice for those who need a reliable, easily accessible firearm. What do you think of the 9mm's rise to the top? Do you think it's overhyped, or does it deserve its place in the spotlight? A lot of .45 Auto and .40 Smith & Wesson purists might argue the latter, but we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share,